Since its founding in 1998, video game publisher Rockstar had earned a reputation as the bad boy of the electronic world. With its signature Grand Theft Auto series, it had helped drive games into more mature territory and turn the nerdy medium into a mainstream hit. With Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in 2004, they had one of the biggest hits in the history of gaming. But all their good momentum came crashing down around them when a modder discovered a hidden portion of the game and released it to the world. The hot coffee fiasco turned parents and politicians against the developer, with a whole host of lawsuits filed against the publisher. Suddenly, their bad boy reputation didn't look so hot. And while they never shied away from titles that pushed the boundaries of acceptability, for the next few years, Rockstar would set out to prove that even they could go legit. When the hot coffee fiasco happened, Rockstar already had another controversial game in the works. One of their subdivisions, Rockstar Toronto, was tasked with doing Rockstar's first movie tie-in. The catch? The movie was 26 years old. As a violent urban warfare movie, The Warriors dovetailed nicely into Rockstar's view of the world, and since it already had a built-in cult audience, Rockstar figured it would be a safe bet. Naturally, the bloody game that followed only further cemented the publisher as terrible souls trying to corrupt the world's youth. So it was with bated breath that everyone awaited Rockstar's next hyper-violent, super-sexual innocence stealer. And so in 2006, they announced table tennis. After the announcement, most people expected some sort of mature twist, but all they got was table tennis. The title would be Rockstar's first foray into the HD realm and their first chance to show off their San Diego studio's new Rockstar Advanced Game Engine, or Rage. To showcase the new powerhouse graphics afforded by Rage, they chose to make the best ping-pong simulator they could. Without any sense of satire or tongue-in-cheek cynicism, the game was a strong sports title that received good reviews from a surprised press. The bad boys had proved that they could make solid, family-friendly entertainment. Even Jack Thompson couldn't sue this one. To further convince people that they could make decent games for decent folks, later that same year, Rockstar published Bully from their Vancouver branch. Despite the title, the game actually pit gamers against the bullies, fighting back at them in typical youth prankster fashion, slingshots and wedgies, and the like. However, even though the game didn't feature anything more violent than a schoolyard fistfight, just by being a Rockstar game, especially one about school children, it became controversial. The ever-dependable Jack Thompson sued it for being a, quote, Columbine simulator. There was nothing in the actual game to be upset at. What the controversy proved was that the very name of Rockstar now held a meaning to the broader, non-gaming community. And just like rock and roll before it, it wasn't something older generations liked. But no amount of ping pong could change who they were. Rockstar was born to push boundaries, and they were about to go out of bounds. As early as 2004, they had tasked their Vienna branch with crafting a follow-up to the 2003 Grindhouse game, Manhunt. But for undisclosed reasons, they shut the Vienna studio down in 2006 with no warning. As the poor Austrians scrambled for new jobs, Manhunt 2 transferred to London, where Rockstar's new branch there finished the game in time for summer 2007. In June of that year, they sent the game out to be rated, as usual. But the result stunned them. The ultra-violent title, even by Rockstar standards, received an adults-only rating from the ESRB. While the game could still legally be sold in the United States, no console manufacturer allowed an AO game to be on its system, and no major retailer allowed an AO game on their shelves. So, while technically legal, it was effectively banned in the United States. And that was just the US. In the United Kingdom and other countries around the world, the ban was official. If the publisher ever wanted to see a profit from the game, they'd have to tone it down. Rockstar was forced to censor their own game, removing some of the most violent parts and obscuring the rest. The result was still a twisted murder fest, but reined in enough to be allowed through the ratings process. It released in October 2007. After all the controversy, it received only middling reviews. But then, as with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, hackers managed to unlock the offending portions of the game. But this time, the ESRB chose not to re-rate the game, stating that Rockstar had at least told them that the code was still in the game. Regardless, the uncensored version finally found its way to consumers in November of that year as a direct download for PCs. Also, Jack Thompson filed a lawsuit. Go figure. But at the end of the day, Manhunt was hardly Rockstar's primary focus. As always, their most important commodity was Grand Theft Auto. And after 4 years away from the spotlight, GTA was about to grab it back with a bang. Tune in next time to see Rockstar return to Liberty City and change their franchise forever.